Hello everyone, it's Lighthouse Angel. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining me. This is your Friday reading and weekend energy check here. Already was called to these decks and these are the cards that came out. So this is the overall energy for the reading. I may pull one more card and get some messages from the compass box. So let's go ahead and get started. We got the frog spirit. It's prosperity. It says, let go of the past and embrace change. Opportunities are close at hand. Hop into this new day with joy, abundance, and good fortune await you. We have number 41. You can do hard things. It is not as impossible as it may feel. Number 41 or number 5. So this could be change. This prosperity may bring in change. Okay. And then we have number 21, let go of the past. And this came out in yesterday's reading. So it says it's time to envision a new story. Okay, so you may be moving into your new story here, but it's going to take some effort on your part to let go of the past or release things or move forward. Okay? And, we have this boat here. We have 2 dragonflies. Those could be significant. But it's like the divine is guiding you, even though you can't really see where you're going here, right? This is about, and this also says, let go of the past. This says, let go of the past. So this prosperity that's coming in, you're being led to let go of the past and embrace this change, which may feel impossible, but you can do it. Okay, opportunities are close at hand. Hop into this new day with joy, abundance, and good fortune await you. I just heard await where you're going. But there's significant, it could be 3 people here. 3 could be significant. Seeing the 3 frogs here. Right? There could be 3 different opportunities or I'm hearing 3 new beginnings. Okay? But it's going to require you to have to let go of something here, right? And this, I'm also hearing this may be something you've currently are going through right now. Maybe you're trying to let go of the past and push forward. It's been hard. Maybe feeling impossible. Or maybe you thought it was impossible to move on from the past. Well, it's not, because you have abundance and good fortune that are here awaiting you. Okay? So that you can have this new beginning. And then we have, this stressful situation is almost coming to an end. We are sending positive energy, financial help, miracles, and a life-changing blessing your way. Okay? Which, and to me, that is equal to this prosperity here. Okay. This could be like a partnership as well. Like you may be working with 3 other people, maybe developing something. But it's like this prosperity is going to bring in positive energy, financial help, miracles, and a life-changing blessing. Okay? But it's going to require you to do some difficult things. Maybe the difficult thing is that this change, because 41 is 5, Also, 2021 is 3. Okay. Maybe this hard thing that you have to do is like, maybe it's something you have to do quickly, right? And it's going to feel like, oh, wow, I don't know if I can do all that in this short period of time. You know, the divine is here saying, yeah, you can do it, right? It's not as impossible as it may feel or seem. Maybe you're, because this woman is, she's walking forward here, and this is letting go of the past, right? You could be moving to a place you've never been. Maybe, you know, like completely, you know, 3 new beginnings in your life here. But, you know, it's really going to get you out of your comfort zone. And you may be thinking, you know, wow, it seems like that's hard, or maybe you think it's going to be hard, right? But I'm hearing it's all part of the blessing in releasing the past, right? And getting out of any kind of stressful situation here. Because the next card we have, if you're feeling stuck in an area of your life, whether it is a relationship, a job, or just a situation, ask yourself, what is stopping me from leaving? See, this is all about moving on from the past here. It says, yes, leaving is scary, but sometimes it is the right step to take. Be brave. We are right beside you. So, yeah, I'm really getting moving here. I'm getting a heavy emphasis on moving. And by moving and doing what you feel might be the impossible here. Okay? Not knowing where you're really going because you haven't been there. Maybe maybe it's abroad as well. I'm getting that. Okay? You know, I'm hearing you're going to be taken care of. There's opportunities here, but you've got to embrace this change. I'm hearing change is a requirement, okay? But you can do this. You've done hard things. And, you know, even moving on to this, from this past, letting it go may feel impossible, but it's not. Okay? No matter what it is. It could be a place you live, maybe experiences of your past, right? It's time for the new. It's time for whatever is stressing you, whatever you need to leave, okay? I'm hearing it's time to go. That's what I'm hearing. It's time to go. Okay. Let me get one more card, and then we'll get some messages from the compass box. Okay, but there's a big emphasis on letting go of the past here. Okay. Boats could be significant to someone. I'm also hearing, because you have this higher perspective here, right? You have a high vibration, right? You're like, you're with the divine. He's guiding you. You're like in the clouds here. You can see all things from a higher perspective. That's what I'm getting, right? And so you need to move on and release the past, maybe let go of something or move, may be required. But it's going to take you where you belong. That's what I'm hearing. Okay. Maybe you're feeling like I've outgrown where I am. You know, I'm ready to let go of the past here. You know, and you're just like waiting for the divine to open that door. Well, it's showing up here, right? With new opportunities here. I'm hearing you can make this quick change. That's what I'm hearing. You can make this quick change. Yeah, That's exactly it. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, we have back and forth. This could be something you've been going back and forth on. It says indecision makes it hard for you to get real traction. Make a firm decision. Okay, maybe you've been going back and forth on something. Like, do I move on? Do I stay? Do I keep investing in this? Do I release it? Right? All of it becoming stressful here. Well, this prosperity is going to make it very clear, you know, if that's the thing that's been holding you back from moving on, okay? It's arriving here. So you need to really be thinking about what you need to release, what you need to do so that you can move on from the past here, okay? Because we also, the card that came out was ascending. Keep rising in the ranks. You are meant to be in charge, power, and prosperity. Okay, we have another confirmation here of prosperity. Okay, and opportunities here. I just heard going to the top. That was, I think, the title of one of my previous readings recently. Right? But the divine is cutting all these energetic cords. You know, it's what I always see with this card. And they're ascending you up to the next level here, a level of prosperity. But you've got to release the past and embrace the change that is required to release this stressful situation here. Right? And it may take you out of your comfort zone. But the divine wants you to be brave, okay? Because whatever it is that's stressing you out, I feel like it's kept you stuck, okay? Stuck, maybe you know, where you're living, you know, you feel stuck there, right? It's time to move on, you know. And you can do this. It may feel hard. I'm hearing you have the strength and the vision. That's what I just heard. You have the strength and the vision. Okay? And I'm also here, you just, you know, you need to go with the flow, right? Don't fight this. I'm hearing this is what you've been waiting for, wishing for. All right, let's get some messages from the compass box. So we can get more information on this. But I'm hearing what's been weighing you down is getting released here. The divine is taking you up as well. It's like, you know, not only are you being blessed by these 3 new beginnings or 3 individuals, or maybe this is like a partnership, something like that. It's like the divine is elevating you, cutting all these energetic cords to anything to your past, right? So that you can embrace this new change, this opportunity that's waiting for you here. You know, this also may be all the things that you have to take care of before you embark on this new thing. Like if it's moving or, you know, leaving a situation. Okay? But you can do this. Okay? I'm hearing this is what's going to bring your dreams to come true. It says your best friend is the one who brings out the best in you. Okay. I feel what I got from this is where you're going, you're going to find a best friend. Okay. I feel like there's a best friend coming in. Maybe it's one of these three individuals. It says your best friend is the one who brings out the best in you. Okay, I feel like what I'm also getting is that you've been looking for somebody to help bring out the best in you, like a mentor or somebody who's that has the energetic level and mindset as you. That's what I'm hearing. Right? Somebody who believes in you and supports your path. Because I feel like I'm speaking to somebody who hasn't really had that, which is why you're like, okay, I just want to let go of the past, right? Maybe you haven't had a lot of support in the past and you've had to do a lot of hard things on your own here, making it feel impossible because nobody brings out the best in you or feel like anybody can guide you in the right direction, right? Well, that's changing. That's changing, okay? It says, money flows to me effortlessly, continuously, and in an overwhelming amount. Okay, that's this. Okay. I just heard the gates are opening. Maybe the money flow is the gate that's opening here. Okay. It's so this is like the third confirmation of prosperity here, right? That money is flowing to you effortlessly, continuously, and an overwhelming amount here, okay? Right? But you've got to make this, I'm hearing you have to make this transition. Okay. But it's going to lead you to your happiness. It's even going to lead you to somebody that, a really good friend who's going to help bring out the, maybe a mentor or somebody who supports your path here. Okay. It says, start today with a grateful heart. Yeah. And I'm really getting it with this card. Like it matches this card. It's like I feel like I'm speaking to somebody who is ready to let go of the past. Like, right, you've been waiting for the divine to open the door, right? Because the divine is the doorkeeper. And you're ready to envision that new story. Maybe you already have a vision of, or the divine has shown you signs and synchronicities or visions of your new beginning or where you're going, right? And you're ready to let go of the past. And I feel like you're going to be doing it with a grateful heart, like grateful for what the past has taught me and being grateful for the opportunity of the new, right? And because of this prosperity, this blessing, right? Where the divine is ascending you to here, right? I feel like you're going to be grateful every single day for the blessing, right? Because I think you were in a situation where it may have felt impossible, right? But you pushed through it, right? I'm hearing you fought through it, right? But it also humbled you. I feel like, now you live every day with a grateful heart, not taking for granted anything in your life because of what the past taught you. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, so continue holding on to that grateful heart as you move into this new, I'm hearing new chapter. Okay. The first thing I want you to do is pray. Pray every way you know how, for everyone you know. Pray especially for rulers and their governments to rule well. This is 1 Timothy 2, 1-2. You know, I'm really getting with this. It's like, I feel like this is the divine message to everyone out there with everything that's going on in the world right now. Okay? That we should be praying for everything and everyone, especially government rulers right now, to rule well. Okay? Because there's a huge spiritual battle going on right now. And, you know, the divine needs the power of prayer. That's what I'm hearing. Needing the power of prayer. For God gave us a spirit not of fear, but of power and love and self-control. 2 Timothy 1:7. For God gave us a spirit not of fear, but of power and love and self-control. Yeah, I feel like this is the energy that you're in. You're in this fearless, right? Knowing your power and your worth. Operating out of love and holding that self-control when it comes to any temptations. That's what I'm getting here. Right? I'm hearing you're aligned with your purpose. That's what I'm hearing. So it's like your self-control is becoming easy because you're focused on your purpose. That's what I'm getting from that. Okay. Which is why the divine is ready to ascend you to a higher level, opening new doors. You're meant to be in charge. Okay? But it may require you to do something, I just heard, out of the box. So keep an open mind, okay? Let's see. Investigate what triggers you. Your triggers highlight what inside of you needs exploring and healing. Okay. Now, I've talked about triggers in the past, but if you get triggered by somebody, what somebody says to you, it could be a comment, a response, or something they do to you, right? That trigger is telling you you have a wound that has not been healed yet, okay? Which is why when you are triggered, you shouldn't react, okay? Because that's a response out of pain, right? You need to go within, not react, okay? It's like, you know, it's like you have, when you don't do your healing, you walk around with these open wounds, okay? And, you know, you try to put a Band-Aid on it, but it's still open, right? And then you could be around manipulators or people who just know where your, they could know, you know, what wounds you carry, right? And they'll love to push on those, especially master manipulators. They like to find out your weak spots, and then they want to push on them, or they want to stab you in those areas so that it can inflict the most amount of pain, emotional pain, right? And that's how they keep control of the situation, which is why it's so important for you to heal that trigger, right? That way you take your power back, and no matter how hard they try to push and poke and prod into that wound, it will not change your alignment. It will not cause a reaction, right? Because you took your power back, by healing that. But you see a lot of people who instantly react or rage or, yell or whatever they may do as a reaction, right? It's because sometimes, or it could be somebody who, it doesn't have to just be an anger response. It can be just an emotional response, right? Because we all react differently when someone triggers a wound. But it's our job to heal it, okay? You're not responsible for what happened to you, but you are responsible for healing it, right? So you can be whole and no longer triggered by other people, okay? Because, there's always going to be somebody that has something to say, a comment or a judgment or something negative, right? There's a lot of positive people, but there's always the ones that are looking to trigger you, okay? It's very important that you heal all of those so they don't have the power to do that, because that's exactly what their goal is. Sometimes your heart needs more time to accept what your mind already knows. Okay? Sometimes your heart needs more time to accept what your mind already knows. Okay. It could be, healing your heart, right? Maybe you need more time to heal your heart. But you know what I'm getting with this? I feel like this isn't your energy. I feel like this is somebody you are dealing with. This could be somebody that you're walking away from, or somebody in your past, right? Maybe they're having to come to the realization that their heart needs to accept what their mind already knows, which is you're moving on. That's what I'm not getting that this is your energy. I'm getting it's somebody you were dealing with. This prosperity, this transition, this ascending, this moving and getting unstuck, right? Leaving something that may seem scary. This person may be realizing that their heart has to accept that, you're moving on here. Okay? You can have a spiritual awakening and discover a new side of you at any age. And best of all, love can happen at any age. Life can just start to get exciting when you're in your 40s and 50s. You have to believe that. Yeah, so if you're in your 40s and 50s, I'm getting that, get ready, your life's just starting, okay? And this could be part of this huge change that's coming in here. Okay? It says you can have a spiritual awakening and discover a new side of you at any age. And best of all, love can happen at any age. If you can just start life can just start to get exciting when you're in your 40s and 50s. You just have to believe that. Yeah, and I feel like things are just getting ready to get started. If you're in your 40s or 50s, this is for you. This is the divine saying, maybe you just went through a spiritual awakening and you're discovering like this whole new side of and higher perspective. Right? Maybe you went through an ascension here as well. And now it's opening doors to new love, new opportunities. I feel like I'm hearing life's just getting started here. Okay. We have the Two of Wands. Okay. this is expansion. This is also next level. So this prosperity that's coming in, this ascending, this, you know, you're meant to be in charge, you know, where you're moving to, right? It could be taking you to the top. It could put you into a leadership type position here. Also, this person is holding the world. So I'm also getting moving. I don't normally get moving with that, but I am getting moving with that as well. But I'm hearing expansion, and that could be, you know, this spiritual awakening. Okay? Discovering like a new side to yourself, right? That's bringing in a new love here. God's word gives life. Matthew 4:4. God's word gives life. Yeah. I don't know, and maybe that's what you've learned in this spiritual awakening, that through God's word, it's given you life. And that life is and God's, you know, and you could also be having this deep connection with the divine through this experience, right? And him, by speaking to you, is giving you life, giving you purpose, leading you on your path here, right? In your power. We have power on this as well. I just saw confirmation. We've got power and power on this, right? Keep getting you in this fearless energy and stepping into your purpose. Okay? But you may still have a few things that may be highlighted in this journey here, this new beginning, right? That something might get triggered, okay? It's just telling you you just need to explore what you need to heal here, okay? Right? Because healing is a journey. It's not a destination, you know? And what you may not even know it's there until someone triggers it or the situation triggers it. Maybe letting go of the past or something in the past, right? You're letting go of, you know, might be triggering, okay? But you just need to take the time to take a good look at it, you know? Listen and feel what it's trying to tell you and show you so that you can feel what you need to feel and release it, right? Because you don't want to take it with you in this new beginning, right? Because life's just getting started for you. That's the energy I'm getting. It's like life's just getting started, right? And I, you know, with this God's word gives life, it's like you're walking into your sun here. There's all these flowers. It's like the past, there's like, it's all dark here, right? And now you're walking into the light. That's what I'm hearing. With this new story, okay? Releasing this stressful situation. And it may feel scary. It may require you to embark on some, you know, changes here. But moving, you know, change is required when you're moving on from something, right? Especially when you're ascending and going next level, right? You also could be expanding through this spiritual awakening, your spiritual gifts as well. Okay? But keep moving forward. This stressful situation is coming to an end, okay? But you're going to need to take action when this gets presented to you, okay? And continue to let God lead and guide you in the light here, right? and praying. The world needs prayer right now. Okay? As things unfold. All right. So let me get one card, and then I'll get an angel number, and then we'll close this up. But it's really, really specific. You know, it may not resonate with all of you. But, you know, we can always take a few things from the reading, especially when it comes to the messages from the compass box here. So. It says, attack, pain, fear, judgment, and any form of separation are merely calls for help. Okay. All right. You know, maybe this is something that is triggering. Maybe you're having something's coming to the surface from maybe your fears or judgment, right? Any pain that you're carrying. You know, those might be the cries for help. Those might be the triggers that you need to heal, you know, and it says attack here. So there might have been some trauma in the past that still needs healing, right? Make sure that you take care of that so it doesn't keep you from, I'm hearing, living the fullest where you're going here. Okay. Okay. And then it says, oh, look, we have a dragonfly. Okay, we have dragonflies here. It says, I always trust the direction of the universe and know I'm being guided. I always trust the direction of the universe and know I'm being guided. That's this. It's like the dragonflies are flying around this boat. And this is the divine, this is the universe guiding you, right? Through this change, these hard things that you feel are impossible. And that could be guiding you through all of these things that you needed help with. An attack, pain, fear, judgment, separation. These may have all been things you called to God for help, right? And He's been guiding you through all of this. Okay? Continue to let the divine guide you as you heal these things, okay? Okay. Let's see. And we'll get one angel number. You know, the divine is the ultimate healer, okay? So make sure you do a lot of praying, asking for the healing of these things, okay? Right? You know, and we're all on different timelines here. So some of you may be just starting your healing journey. Some of you are well into it, right? Maybe you've dealt with a lot of these things already, right? This might be where you started and the divine guides you through what you thought was impossible, leading into your prosperity here. Being able to let go of the past that included all these things, right? Right? And what's interesting is that the dragonfly in one of my other decks is magic. It's like the magic of the divine is able to help you with these impossible things or things you thought, you know, am I ever going to get past this? This pain, this attack, this fear, this judgment, this feeling isolated or separated. That's what I'm getting. But the divine answered your call. That's what I'm hearing. The divine is answering your call or has answered your call. And you have been guided here. I'm hearing guided to your destiny. That's what I've just heard. Guided to your destiny. Okay. All right, what's the last? All right. We have 0, 0. And at the bottom we have 4, 4, 4. I am protected. Yeah, the divine is protecting you. 4, 4, 4 is a significant number of divine protection. Okay? So you are highly protected here. Okay? This stressful situation might be, all of these things that happen to you. Okay? And you want to just move on from, right? Well, the divine is guiding you. Okay? And you are protected. It says, trust your journey. Okay? Again, we're talking about a journey here. It says, trust the way your life unfolds and trust that you are where you need to be at the present moment. Yeah. It's all this, the stressful situation is coming to an end here. It says, angels ask for your attention. Open your eyes, listen, and think about everything that is happening. Trust your intuition and follow their guidance without any delay. Focus inward through meditation and prayer. Here's another confirmation of prayer. Okay? Listen to your intuition. Follow their guidance and don't hesitate on what your intuition is telling you. And don't allow these things to sneak back up and try to, I'm hearing haunt your judgment. I don't know, take that how that resonates. But I'm hearing you know the truth. You know the truth, right? So don't let illusions hold you back from taking action on this and making this, embracing this change, right? Because your life is just getting started here. Okay? And someone has to accept that. I'm hearing they need to let you go. That's what I'm hearing. They need to let you go. Right? And I also feel like they haven't done their healing. Okay? They're still operating out of the shadow side, devil energy, fear, worry. I'm hearing, I just heard, they're choosing to stay stuck. That's what I'm hearing. They're choosing to stay stuck. Okay? And you're not. You've embraced all this. You asked for help. The divine has helped you heal these things. You may still have some triggers, right? But, like I said, healing is a journey. You need to celebrate the healing that you've done here. Okay? Because if I'm talking to somebody who's had to deal with all of these things, that's no easy task. You may feel that the world was against you. Right? But not the divine. The divine has been leading you and helping you become, I'm hearing, whole again. Okay? And now, and also in tarot, 0 is the Fool card. It's a new beginning. Okay? This is, it's just another confirmation that this is a new beginning for you. Okay? And keep standing in your power, being in this fearless energy, right? Standing in your power, in your truth, shining that bright light of yours, and keeping that high vibration, right? With the energy of love, keeping that grateful heart, giving yourself that love, right? So that people can see that light and love within you, because that's what you're going to attract, right? And keep on your purpose and on your path, okay? All right, that's the message I have for you today. I hope it's resonated with you. If not, you can check back on Monday. I do daily readings Monday through Friday. And please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel as it's new, and it helps get messages like this to people who need them the most. And always, always, always keep the divine number one, right? And I hope that you have a great weekend. Do something fun out there. And I'm sending you so much love and light. Take care.